up, what up, what up? It is currently 5:03 a.m. and we on our way to Atlanta, Georgia for TheRace half marathon. It's the time we've been training for. Just gassed up, espresso, and we good to go. Let's get it. Every time I come to Georgia and I see the signs for the Magnolia Plantation, I don't know if y'all can see that. Why is that a thing? So you know what's crazy? So I just passed the Magnolia Plantation I was just talking about, and let me tell you how petty I am. Not even petty, because it's justified. I have to pee. I've been on this road now for a few hours now, and I have to go. And I also wouldn't mind filling up gas. And I saw the price at the Magnolia station, and it's actually cheaper than what I've been seeing. But guess who did not stop? Despite having to pee, and despite needing gas, and despite it being cheaper, I am not stopping at the plantation. I refuse. So we out here. We just reached East Point, Atlanta. First stop. I decided to actually go to the expo. But yeah, we out here. What up, bro? What up, baby?
You got your stuff?
What's up? I'm gonna go get it now.
Yeah, it's over there. Go get it and then holla back in. I'm right here.
Oh, you right here? Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Cool. Alright. Leaving the expo now. That was pretty dope, man. Mad vendors. I love to see my people doing great things fitness-wise. There was some really encouraging words people were saying to me. Some people were like, oh, this is your first half marathon. You're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it. Man, it's beautiful. So they had a station where you can customize your bib, and obviously I was in a rush because what even is that? All good, man. You ready for the race? Let's go. All right, we are here. Made it safe and sound here in Atlanta. Shelby, my wife, will be on her way in the morning. She's flying in. I was able to make it in time. The expo was pretty dope, man. For anybody who's not familiar with TheRace, that's the name of the organization. The race is actually gonna be held in East Point, Atlanta, which is pretty dope. You know, you get to show the people something different, and, you know, just show some positivity in our community. So that's pretty cool. The actual expo, just like any other expo, it had a lot of vendors and things like that. And I think what was unique about this particular expo, I'm talking like I've been to a bunch of them. I've only been to a couple at this point, but I think this one in particular was cool because it was more than just race day stuff or running stuff. You had people out there with clothing brands. You had people out there with jewelry, with candles. And I love that. You know what I'm saying? Like, switch it up a little bit. And of course, you had your fitness stuff if you needed some last minute things. So yeah, the expo was cool. I love this just to see all the brown people, the beautiful brown people in the building, just, you know, participating in something of this magnitude. It was dope. And everybody was super encouraging. There were a few people that asked, you know, what race are you running? And, you know, I told them this is my first half marathon, and everybody was just super supportive, telling me that I'm gonna do a great job. There was this one lady though, I told her that I was kind of freaking out about the hills and how in Florida, it's just flat terrain. She was like, yeah, I'm gonna pray for you. I'm like, all right, that's not super encouraging, but but nah, I feel like I'm gonna do well. So I'm gonna go out and do a quick shakeout run. So the group had, or the organization organized, the race they organized a big shakeout run this morning, but of course I was still in Tampa. So I'm just gonna do one on my own, maybe do a mile or two, let the legs loosen up a little bit, let the body muscles loosen up, and definitely gotta find something to eat. Some of my brothers from Black Man Run are here as well. So we're gonna get up for dinner at some point, not sure exactly where, but definitely need to fuel up. So let's go. Back in the room. Shakeout run went pretty good. Only did like a mile and a half, so nothing too crazy. Then halfway through it, I realized the only thing I ate today was a Starbucks sandwich, and I haven't eaten anything since then. So I got some Chick-fil-A. Probably not the best option. I know I'm supposed to carb up, but yeah, wrong carbs. But yeah, for the rest of the evening, let's see, it's about 4:37. Wait to get up with the fellas, get some food, and chill for the rest of the night. Back in the room, it definitely was quite the adventure. So the guys wanted to get pasta, so I Googled the closest pasta place to the hotel that I'm currently at. Walked into the spot, smelled like sewer water. I don't know why it was so difficult. I figured Atlanta would be easy to find some food, but I don't know. But it took us a while. Ended up by the underground. When I tell you Atlanta's not a real place, the underground area definitely has changed since the last time I was here. But we found some food at a pizza spot that sold pasta as well, so that was good. I am tired. I'm gonna stay up just a few more hours. Shelby will be here in the morning, but I want to make sure that she is good. She's at her gig right now. Just want to make sure everything's copacetic before I, go to sleep tonight. See y'all in the morning. We did it. Let's go.
Now, if you don't know it, y'all had all summer. And you know we weirded out all summer.
So we done with the race. That felt great, man. I feel like the hard work and the training definitely paid off. So yeah, man, it felt really great. I'll give a much deeper breakdown later on. Right now, we're about to go pick up my wife, Shelby. She flew out here from Tampa. She couldn't make the race, unfortunately, because she got booked last night. But the fact that she still came out to show support still after the fact is still dope to me. So yeah, we're gonna have a good time now. And we are back here in Tampa after a fantastic race weekend in Atlanta, running the race. Shout out to the race as an organization and as a race. I love this hat. I love all the gear that they were selling, all the merchandise. It was all super dope. So I'm glad I got to cop something. But I just want to give y'all a little recap of the weekend, of the race itself, and how I did. So honestly, man, for my first half marathon, it was phenomenal. It was such a dope experience, man. I actually did better than I thought I would. Ultimately, my finish time was 2 hours and 6 minutes. My goal was to at least finish it within 2 hours and 15 minutes. My stretch goal, I really would have loved to have done it within 2 hours. I knew I could have if I really pushed myself. That's why I kept telling myself throughout my training. But with the fact that I was training in Florida and Tampa, and the fact that there's a lot of hills in Atlanta, I'm not mad at being somewhere in between 2 hours and 2 hours and 15 minutes, being at 2 hours and 6 minutes as my end, my finishing time. So I'm happy with it. Everybody told me for my first half marathon that was actually a great time. So it was a great experience. The fact that there was so many of us, see what I'm saying, within our culture that was actually there to participate, not just to have fun, yes, but actually be serious about running. That in itself was so inspiring. The day that I got there for the expo, everybody, like complete strangers, were just being so encouraging. And that in itself was super dope, man. And of course, all different races are included in the race. But it was just so special to see something that was built for us in particular that encouraged us and motivated us to just keep pushing. So the race itself starts in East Point and it goes towards the downtown area in Atlanta, circles back, comes back around towards like the West End area where you have some of the colleges like Morehouse and Spelman. That was dope to actually be able to run through them. So that was pretty cool. And throughout the entirety of the route, you had a lot of high schoolers. I think they were high schoolers. I'm old, so everybody just looks like high schoolers to me, but there were a lot of people just cheering us on, a few different bands. Man, it was just so cool, man. And some people were like DJing on the side, playing music outside of the house, stuff like that. But it was just super dope, man. And like, honestly, it's different training. People kept telling me this, that during your training is different than racing. And that when you race, you find that your pace is a lot quicker and that you're super pumped up. You know what I'm saying? Your adrenaline is just super high. I could say that is absolutely true, bro. Like throughout the whole race, I felt like I was unstoppable from mile 1 to mile maybe 9, 10, where on any other given day, 10 miles, I'm tapped out after like 6 or 7. Mile 9 and 10 in the race, I was still like energetic. And I think it didn't come to like mile 11. Mile 11 through 13, spooky times. I don't know who, they set us up for failure, bro. They really set us up because between 11 and 13, the road was just doing this the whole time. The whole time. So what really got me through this, I put this on Instagram and I put it on Facebook. I set a playlist up, right? And my playlist, I timed it out. So each part of the race, I would be able to listen to what I wanted to listen to. And at the end of it, there's a song called Take Me Higher by Collective Worship, which is a group within our church, Revealing Truth Ministries. And on Take Me Higher, towards the end of it, my wife sings the bridge part of the song. And every time that I've been training with that song playing, it would just inspire me, like literally give me goosebumps. So I told her, I was like, I timed it out so that when I needed it the most, her part would come on. So at that last hill on mile like 13, when I was like gassed out, I was at the top of the hill and her voice came on, bro. What? When I tell you, I was just like, I don't know where that extra push came from, but it was so freaking dope, bro. So I thank her for that. She said she couldn't be there, but I told her, yo, you were there for sure when I needed you the most. Also, man, to fuel up, we had some spaghetti the night before. That story to find the food Friday night, that's a whole nother story in itself. Atlanta is different, bro. Last time I went to downtown Atlanta, I was maybe 15, 16 years old. I've been to Atlanta like in the suburb parts like plenty of times as an adult, but I don't really venture out into the downtown area too much. So this is my first time back in decades. Bro, that Friday night when we were trying to find food, it got interesting. It got really interesting. But that's a whole nother story. Maybe I'll tell it another time. Oh yeah, and as far as the shoes that I wore, I stuck with the S4 Uguris from ASICS that I said that I was gonna race in, that I've been training in. And man, These things held up like a champ, man. I am an advocate for this. I'm probably one of the few people even talking about this shoe on any platform, but I'm telling you, man, I am a fan. I actually did a review of the Uguris in the previous video, so if you want to see that, make sure you go down to the description and click on that and check them out. And then after that, after the race, everybody just hung out, great vibes. Everybody was just celebrating the great job that they did, and then went back to the hotel and chilled. And then after that, picked up my wife from the airport, got some Waffle House. Waffle House in Atlanta, bro, Waffle House in Atlanta is different, I promise you. I promise you. I don't know what kind of ancestors they got in the back. I know everybody works in the front, but I promise you there got to be somebody doing a little bit of something else in the back, because Atlanta Waffle House hits different. Anyway, so we had some breakfast. After that, just walked through Centennial Park with my wife and just hung out in the city for a little bit before returning back to the hotel room to chill for the night. So, and then to add on top of that, crazy work. So after running the half marathon, after driving up 6.5 hours to run a half marathon, then after that, hung out in the city, then drive 6.5 hours plus back to Tampa, had the nerve to go perform Sunday night. Crazy work. Shout out to my boy 2SC, Sean Callahan, great producer. Just dropped an album called Dethroned that my wife and I are on, plus a lot of the other people within our creative collective. He had an album release party / 40th birthday party, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. We had a great time, bro. So regardless of how tired I felt, actually I felt pretty good. I ain't gonna hold you. I felt pretty good, but it was definitely crazy work to be running a half marathon and then doing the whole concert the day after. Crazy work, but God is great. But that's what it is, man. 10 out of 10. I definitely would recommend the race. Next year, I'm definitely showing up again. Anybody that's trying to get some good races in for 2026, make sure you look them up for sure. I'll drop a link to their website in the description. Of course, shout out Black Men Run Tampa. We were definitely holding it down, not only as an organization, a chapter here in Tampa, but just as an organization nationally. There was a bunch of Black Men Run members present, and yeah, man, we had a great time, bro. Had a great time. But that's what it is, man. It's your boy J.IN.X representing Find Joy in the Unknown. Again, just wanted to drop a quick review of the race in Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure you check out some of the other videos. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all the other good stuff. I love y'all. Until next time, peace.